What used to be tedious and time consuming is now done in seconds. Let me take you through how I use Adobe Lightroom's masking tool to quickly improve my images, from making sunsets pop to the easiest airbrushing you'll ever do.
We're Trent and Jessie. We're wedding photographers from Brisbane, Australia. We've been photographing weddings and couples for the past 10 years. We love to experiment with pushing our creativity in photography to inspire and help other creatives step outside of their comfort zone.
Let me take you through 3 practical examples. All right, so I have this image of our couple. I've already applied a preset. I'm happy with the exposure. Everything looks quite good, but I really want to bring back the color in the sky. So if I show you the before, you can see there's just a little bit of pink, just sort of close to the horizon, and I'd really like to bring that out. So what I'm going to do is navigate to the masking tool up here on the right hand side, click on that, and Lightroom has this great feature where you can actually add a new mask and it's going to select the sky for you. So I'm just going to click this and it's going to tell me where the sky is. And if I toggle on the mask to show you where all the red is, that's where it's applied the mask. So it's pretty good. If I feel like it's got a little bit of our couple's hair here, I could go in and use the minus tool or subtract and use a brush and just quickly paint that in so it's not getting the hair. But then I can apply a preset like burn highlights, or say I just want to do something myself, I can just go burn, which is going to reduce the exposure. If we toggle the mask off, I can bring down the exposure, and just as an example, you can really see how much it's affecting the sky here. So I'm going to bring it down to just a believable level. So yeah, just about -50. I can bring down the highlights a little bit. But I think what is really going to help here is a bit of saturation. So you can see that just subtly, it's bringing back a bit more color. But I can even adjust the tint just to this area. And that way I'm not affecting any skin tones or even the grass. I'm literally just affecting the sky, which is just an amazing option to have. So then if I show you the before and the after, you can see it's just really brought back the sky, which is awesome. All right, let's move on to another example. Now for this shot, I'm quite happy with the exposure. I've got a preset on there. I'm happy with the white balance. Everything looks good, except I really just want my couple to pop a little bit more. I just want them to be a little bit brighter in this scene. Now I could adjust the exposure further, but as you can see, it's just starting to really blow out the background, and I still want to retain all that detail, or as much as I can. So I'm just going to bring that back to a level that I'm happy with. I could play with the shadows a little bit, and that's going to help to a degree. But what I actually want is just an overall exposure lift on my subject. So I can navigate to masking again. I can select subject. And then as you can see, it's put a red mask on our subject. If we zoom in, we can just see that it's actually missed a tiny bit of our bride's dress here. So we can go to the plus tool, use the brush, and just paint that in. Similarly with if you need to subtract anything, you can also add in anything that the AI mask has missed. And what I would like to do here now is just lift up the exposure on my couple. So I'm on this mask, and then I'm just going to bring up the exposure just a little bit. And you can see, so that's reducing the exposure, and that's just brightening it up. So just to a reasonable level. And that way I haven't affected the background at all. I've literally just adjusted the exposure on my subject, which is just what I wanted. All right, and now for my final example. Now this is the easiest airbrushing you will ever do. What I'm going to do, again, I'm happy with the exposure, the white balance, I've got a preset. I'm fairly happy with everything. I just want to soften our subject's skin just a little bit because it's quite a close-up. And the easiest way to do this is navigate to masking. And if you notice here, it's detecting people, which is an amazing feature. It's actually decided that there's just one person here, even though there's 2. And as you can see, when I'm hovering over it, there's the red mask, so you can kind of see what it's got. It hasn't got it completely right, but we can fix that up. But I'm just going to select person 1. It's detecting features even, so I can just actually tell it to choose just the skin, which is incredible. Or just the facial skin even. And I can also, if I want the body skin, I could select that too, but actually for this example, just the face is good. And create a mask. Now I'm just gonna get rid of the skin of our other model here. So we've just navigated to the minus tool and using the brush to just get rid of the part of the mask that hasn't selected our bride's face. Another thing I like to do is I don't want to affect the eyelashes, so I'll just go in and get rid of the mask over there because I don't want to reduce any sharpness on those. All right, so I'm pretty happy with that mask now, and all I can do to just soften the skin just a little bit, I don't want anything crazy. I'm just going to come down to texture and clarity and just reduce it just a little bit. You can play around this with however feels like a good amount to you, but that is feeling good to me. And yeah, happy with that. So I'll show you the before and the after. We are just softening the skin just a tiny bit. We don't want to get rid of that natural skin texture, but just softening things up just a smidge is great. If you found this video helpful, you might be interested in signing up for our Better Editing in 5 Days challenge. You can find all the details in the description. Hope to see you there.